Hello, everyone. This is Rose. Today's topic from the Book of Life is parenting grown kids. How to retire from parenting when grown ass kids keep running back to mommy when it's convenient for them. Let's take a look at this short story from the Book of Life. Today is move day, thought Pat as she grabs her gym bag out the closet and heads out the door. She yells upstairs to her youngest child, James, to just let him know that she is leaving and she'll be back before the movers arrive. At 5:30 in the morning, James is still asleep and did not hear his mom. After an hour of working out, Pat showered at the gym before going to her favorite cafe for an early breakfast. She sat in the cafe, reminiscing about when her 5 kids were babies. The waitress interrupts her thoughts as she serves Pat her order, a veggie omelet with hash browns and hot coffee. Pat was enjoying her meal when her phone started ringing back to back. As she grabs her napkin to wipe her hands before reaching into her gym bag for the phone, she counted at least 4 missed calls. Who is this calling me? Like the world is coming to an end, thought Pat. James called his mom again before she had a chance to look at her caller ID. As soon as Pat picked up the call, before saying hello, James shouts in a panicky tone, "Mom, where are you? The movers will be here in 30 minutes. James, you are the one moving, not me. Besides, I told you I was leaving this morning. Mom, you know I don't wake up before 10 a.m. on the weekends. The movers will be here at 8. I was depending on you to wake me up before they arrive. If it wasn't for some clown racing his motorcycle down the street, I would still be asleep. Where are you anyway? James, I'm in the middle of breakfast at Jay's Cafe. Oh, that's the spot. Bring me back a meat lover's omelet, cheese on top, with a side of hash browns and orange juice. Okay, James, I will see you shortly. Don't be long, Mom. Your baby boy is hungry." Pat shifts her thoughts back to when the kids was little. She remembers her parents telling her that she was too young to get married at the age of 19. Pat was so determined to prove her parents wrong. She never asked them to help at the age of 21 when she became pregnant with her first child. Pat and her husband figured out life the best they could as their family grew from 2 to 7. The waitress interrupts Pat's thoughts once again as she brings her the takeout order with the check. Pat goes to the front cashier to pay the check before leaving. When Pat arrives home, the movers was just starting to load the truck. She brought them donuts from the cafe. James came running down the stairs shouting, "Mom, what took you so long?" Pat shakes her head as she thought this would soon be over. Her thoughts flipped to how good it would be to have her garage back after all the weights, dumbbell, drums, drum set, guitars, and boxes were out. I am so glad James is taking all the furniture in his bedroom. I would turn his room into an office. No need to have 3 empty bedrooms. 2 guest bedrooms is enough for whoever comes to visit. With all 5 of my kids out the house, maybe I will join a social club. I am 55, single, and ready to mingle. It would be good to have some friends to travel with or attend entertainment events with. A few weeks after James moved out the family home, Pat's phone began to ring nonstop. Her kids were constantly calling to ask her to babysit their kids or to borrow money that they never paid back. Pat felt like all 5 of her kids were implying through actions that she was their personal assistant. It was like each child was trying to beat the other child to her time and money now that all the kids were out the house. Pat is having lunch in her office when her phone rings. She looks at the caller ID. It's Jessie, her oldest child. Jessie is 33 years of age, married with 2 kids. Okay, thought Pat. Today is Wednesday. What can he be calling about? Usually he calls on Fridays asking her to babysit his kids for the weekend. Hello, Jessie. Hey, Mom. What's wrong, Jessie? You sound horrible. That's why I'm calling you. I'm not feeling well. I'm taking the next 2 days off work and need to stay with you until I feel better. Jessie, why can't your wife take care of you? Mom, you know Betty still works outside the home. She doesn't have the privilege of working from home like you. Besides, she doesn't know how to make the chicken soup you made for us when we were sick as kids. Your soup always made us feel better. Okay, Jessie, I will make up the bed in your old room. By the way, Mom, Betty and I need you to babysit the kids this weekend. I need to rest after coming home from your house. Pat hung up the phone without replying to Jessie's request for her to babysit. Of course, Pat wasn't going to say no to Jessie. She just didn't want him to think he was in control of her life and time. I am so happy it's Monday, thought Pat. Jessie and his kids wore me out the last 4 days. I am going to be selfish with my time this weekend. Pat looks at the caller ID of her ringing phone. What now? Thought Pat. Yes, James. Dang, Mom, why you answer the phone like that? You are making me feel a certain kind of way. Sorry, James, I had a long weekend with your brother Jesse kids. Oh, okay, all is forgiven, Mom. Look, I'm calling because I need you to look over this contract for an upcoming tour as one of the band members with a major artist. Son, it sounds like you need a lawyer. Mom, you study business law. Why can't you do this for me? Besides, I don't have money to pay a lawyer right now. You know I just moved out. The money I make as a fitness trainer is just enough to cover my monthly expenses. Okay, James, bring the contract over this evening around 6. As Pat was going over James' contract with him, her oldest daughter Pam calls. Hello, Pam, I am here with James, helping him with some paperwork. Can I call you back after he leaves? Ma, as the baby of the family, James is always taking your time away from the rest of your kids. Pam, that's not true. What is it that you need, Pam? Why you say it like that, Mom? See, this is what I'm saying. Every time you are occupying your time with James, you treat the rest of your kids like second-class citizens. Pam, I'm sorry it sounds that way. It's just that I'm tired. Well, let me get to it so you can get some rest by helping James. I am calling because my friends and I are going on a cruise to the Bahamas. I need to borrow $600 to pay off the balance I owe for my share of the cruise. Pam, why are you going on a vacation cruise that you cannot afford? What makes you think that I have money sitting in the bank waiting for your future expenditures to come sweep it away? Mom, I'm asking to borrow, not give me. You are an old school mom, so I know you have a stash of bills hidden somewhere. Pam, you still owe me from the last 5 times you borrowed money. I can't afford to keep letting you borrow money that you do not pay back. When do I start enjoying the fruit of my labor when all my savings is going to my grown kids? Wait, hold up, shout James. I don't ask you for money, Mom. No, you don't ask me for money, James. You just ask me to buy you things that cost money. Well, this is not about me, so I'm exiting left out of you and Pam's conversation. Pam, this is the last time I will be lending you money. The bank is closed after this withdrawal. Your father and I have raised you kids without any help from family. We learned how to budget our finances so that we would not become a burden on someone else. We did not assume someone else planned their finances around our needs. We understood our parents were officially retired from parenting once their grown kids moved out the house by age 21. This doesn't mean that we could not consult with them for advice. Once they advised, we did the work ourselves. I am going to call a family meeting this weekend. I will ask your father to be present. It is time you 21 and over grown-ass kids understand to call a doctor when you are sick, have your spouse nurse you back to health, to not spend what you don't have, to save for a rainy day, to hire a babysitter from an outside agency, not your mom. I do not know if all of you go to your father as much as you come to me. Either way, it has to stop. I want to enjoy my life by taking vacations and hanging out with friends. I would love to be in a romantic relationship with someone else. I cannot do these things as long as I am parenting my grown kids. Click the thumbs up and the subscribe button to receive notifications of more articles from the Book of Life. Be blessed and safe. Peace.